everyone, it's Jenna here, and today I have a new process video to share for Bramble Fox. I am using up the last little bits of my October Fox box. This is my fourth layout because I did a Foxine sample, so it does show that you actually can get quite a lot out of the boxes, and obviously I've still got a lot of paper snips left after this, and then I've also got my stencil which I can keep forever. So yeah, it goes a long way. So first of all, I have taken the stencil, which is included in the VoxBox Plus. I think this is number 47. If you're not a VoxBox subscriber, I think you can actually buy this from the shop, though it probably won't go into the shop until maybe November time. So I've started off by using that stencil, and I've got a whole host of Distress Oxide inks on my desk, and my plan is fairly similar to one of my recent projects for October where I'm creating some ombre leaves. So I've got these shades Lucky Clover, Bundled Sage and Twisted Citron. They're all greens, and then I've also got Wild Honey, which is sort of like a burnt orange colour. And I've just used one of my blending brushes, and I've done sort of like a half and half of two colours just to create sort of a nice ombre, sort of like autumn leaf effect. So I've done a load of those with stencil number 47. I've also added a few from stencil number 23, and then I also got a small leaf stencil in the Bramble Fox advent calendar I bought last year. I don't think it's got a number. I will double check, and if it does then I'll leave it in the thing below, but I don't think you can buy that. It's just something that I bought last year and have got in my stash, so I thought I would use that. It's pretty much identical to the leaves that you get in stencil number 47, but they're just slightly bigger, that's all. So I have this zip cut file, and this is one from Paige Evans. I have a feeling this might have been a freebie in her Facebook group, but if not, it's available to buy in Silhouette Store and also on her Etsy. So I've just backed that with some grey cardstock, and I've stuck that with some double-sided tape onto this sort of knitted textured cardstock. And this is a piece that I got in a Hip Kit Club last autumn. I think it was the October 2021 kit, though don't hold me to that because I'm not completely sure. So again, I'm just going to adhere that to my sort of light white / grey cardstock background, and I'm just going to trim off a little bit of the excess which is just overhanging. So I've also used the number 13 die set. It's really cute. It's got like a denim pocket square. It's got a couple of sort of zipper edges, and then some actual like zips as well. And I'd used this before in my Foxine layout, but I used a couple of different parts. So today I wanted to include the pocket piece. And I'm going to actually use that to make this an interactive page. And when I say interactive, I've not done anything crazy. I've literally just adhered the pocket on, and then I put my photos underneath, so it's nothing too crazy at all. So you can see here I've got all my leaves cut out. I mean, it did take a long time to first of all stencil all of these and then also cut them out. So if you are going to do something similar, just a word of warning, it does take a little while, but I think it's so worth it in the end, and I've got a lot left over that I can use on other layouts. So I've got my photos here. They are really small. Normally I work with either 4x4 or 3x4, and these are probably about 2.5 by 3 and a bit. They're a lot smaller than what I normally work with, but I just needed to make sure that they fit in the little pocket piece. So I've cut those down, and I have adhered those to some white cardstock just to add a little bit of a border around them. And then I've got my grey pocket square. I've added some foam to each of the edges except for the top, and I've just adhered that up. I added a little bit of PVA glue just to keep that in place as well. So I am working my way around these leaves. I am adhering them with some foam squares, just because I want to add a bit of sort of height. I don't want them to be stuck completely flat. They're overlapping a lot, so I just want to make sure that there is a lot of dimension there, and I feel like using foam squares is definitely the best way to achieve that. I have also got some leaves that are kind of like falling down from the zip, if that makes sense. And I had an idea to use stencil number 37 to kind of create sort of like little trails where the leaves have fallen, but I actually didn't really like how that looked. So I did it with a pencil to begin with and then rubbed it out because I wasn't a fan, and I'm so glad I used pencil. So I am going through the paper snips now. These are part of the Foxbox Plus subscription for October. So these won't be available in the shop until November, I think. But these are number 11. There's a really cute envelope piece on there, which I've cut out and added to my pocket. And there are also a few really lovely sort of phrases that I've added to the tops of my photos. And then I've also added one that says memories to the envelope as well. I've also used a little map piece from one of the other paper snip products. I think it might have been number 4 or 5. It was one of the travel ones, and there's a little map piece that I've tucked into that pocket as well. So I am using some orange alphas today to create my title, which is NYC Adventures. These photos that are tucked in the pocket were taken in Central Park, so I thought I would use that as my title, and the orange adds a little bit of a contrast with all of the green, which I really love. I've got a couple of sort of gold Bramble Fox leaves that I'm also adhering into the paper ones, just to give a little bit of sparkle. So there we are, that is the final layout. I've got some close-ups on the way. I must admit these photos look massively overexposed, but I think it's my phone, because when I sent it from my other phone to my spare phone, which is this one, they just gone really bright, so I'm really sorry about that. But I hope you have enjoyed watching today. If you have got any questions, please do let me know. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.